Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Ilene and welcome to our first day of Puchy's Ornament Hop 2021. Yes, I am a part of the Hop here on YouTube, hosted by Puchy Tats on YouTube and Instagram. And I will have all the ladies who are participating in the Hop linked in the description box down below. So if you guys just open up the description box where all the information, usually that's where we put the links and tags and all that stuff. Go ahead and check that out. And if you're new here, welcome. Please feel free to subscribe, join our little crafty family. This is going to be a three-day hop, and it's going to be the first 3 Saturdays of December. So December 4th is our first day, which is today, which is the day you'll be watching this. And December 11th will be the following Saturday. And then the last Saturday will be December 18th. And this will just give you some ideas and some, you know, crafty mojo. There's several ladies in this hop. So either channel, anybody's channel that you're following, you're going to get inspiration. And maybe even craft along with us, and or craft with your family members. So today my first ornament is going to be the honeycomb paper ornaments. Okay, now if you don't know what the honeycomb means, you know, those little drink toppers like the pineapples that we open up and it's got the little rounded body. Well, it looks like this. This is what I'm going to create with you. I'm going to show you how to create it. Now, this I did last night, so it was very quickly a dry run. And I have to do some perfecting. But, you know, whatever. I mean, you know, the sky's the limit with this ornament. And we're going to work with it together. So this is the shape that I created last night. I used a 2 by 2 inch square. And it looks something like this. This is cardstock. This is the one that we're going to, I'm going to show you how to do all the things on this one. So this shape was my dry run, my dress rehearsal for this ornament. And the second one that I, you know, created for us to work on today is a little snowman. He has this little hat, there's his head, and there's his little body. Okay, now don't ask me for patterns, guys. I don't know how to do all that. This is just freehand drawn, so you can see all the scratch marks from my pencil. I just simply took my 2 by 2 piece of paper and I folded in half. It doesn't matter which way because it should be a square when we cut it. Okay. And then you just make sure you want to score that crease real good. That way you have a nice straight line, okay? So the next thing I did, I just took my pencil, and you're only going to draw half of the image of what you want. So let's say I wanted to do this ornament. I'm only going to draw this in half, and it'll be something similar. I'm trying to fill in this whole half of my rectangle. Okay, I'm trying to use the whole size of this. So this one looks like an onion for some reason. It took several tries, guys. And you could just use a square, or you could even use a circle. You can also use your punches or your dies. And there is my sketch for my ornament. Okay, so I'm going to use that as a template. And what I did, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one. I took this and I followed my sketch as straight as possible. And, you know, it's free form. It could be even a Christmas tree shape. And this is my ornament shape. That's what it's going to look like once it's all opened up. Okay. Oh, I forgot to tell you. You also need some thread, a pencil, And just simple wet glue would be good, and maybe even a bone folder and some scissors. And yeah, so we just did the first part. We got our 2x2 squares like that. Okay, and you're going to fold all of these in half. You fold them all in half. Just make sure your edges are lined up and crease that center line. All right, so I'm not going to do this all on this. This is just a simple tutorial. Okay, so we do that. We trace our pattern. So we want the folded sides together. We're going to make sure that we put that fold with our pattern so the folded edges are together and the tips of our paper, all of it lines up. Okay, so just like that. And then we're going to trace, and you don't have to trace all of these pieces. And the number of squares that I used are 12. So I made 12 2x2 inch squares. This one I think has a little more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 18. This one has 18. So if you have 12, I try to do it with just 10 pieces, and it was difficult to close up my end. This is the end piece right here. It didn't line up as perfect as I want it to. So you see here a little bit of overhang. It didn't really match up. But, you know, like I said, this is my trial piece right here. All in all, I'm very happy with the ending, but there's always room for improvement. So I don't like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to use these because it's for different ornament. I already cut out my snowman. So we're going to work with this, and this has, I have 12 pieces here. I'm going to go ahead and stay with the 12 pieces for now. You could add more if you want to. It's up to you. I'm just making my pencil marks. I mean, erasing it. So clean off my little snowman. But in the end, you're not even going to see that. So now what we're going to do, you got to glue the inside of your first piece, of all the pieces individually. And you want to glue this in, how do we say, 3 spots. So 1, I'm going to glue the top of my hat right here. I'm going to glue his little neck part right here, and you don't need a lot. And I'm going to glue the bottom, and we're just going to fold it and close it up. And we're going to do the same with all these pieces. So you just take it and do the same for all 12 pieces. You get the top of your hat, the neck, and the bottom. Let's see how that looks. And we're going to close it and leave it, set it to the side. We're going to do this for the whole pile. Okay. My hat, my neck. Okay. Just like that, and we're going to do the whole thing. I know I sound like a broken record, but oops, got a little eager there. Okay, and I'll come back when I'm done. Okay guys, so I finished gluing up my snowmen in their 3 little spots. Now what I'm going to do to get them all laid up together, you're going to do 2 little spots. So the next thing we're going to do, so we want to connect them together in 2 separate spots. And we already put glue at the top of his hat, at the neck, and at the bottom. So we want to put glue in the middle here and here, in between where we last put glue. So I'm going to put one right across the hat, the top hat, the top, right across the rim of the hat, and right through the belly. And that should do good. Now you don't want to smear the glue, so you want to make sure it lines up so you don't have to move it, and you just let it be. You want this edge flat and things to line up real nice. Okay, get that glue out of there. So we're going to do the same thing with the rest of this. I'm going to go ahead and do this. Why is it coming out just all of a sudden? It's pouring out. Don't want too much glue. And if you think you're not going to put the glue in the right place, you can always go in and draw lines where you want the glue to be. So you don't want to make, you want to make sure you don't put the glue in the same place we put it on the inside folds. Okay, simple, simple. And it's gonna look like this. Look, I'll sneak peek you a little bit. Oh, it's hard. It's hard when it's very little. See that? That's what the effect you're gonna get. All right, so let's keep on trucking here. What is going on with this glue? Okay. You just take it and line it up. And you could use cardstock if you want to use double-sided cardstock. I just wanted to use simple white paper. You know, easily accessible to everyone. I mean, we all have pattern papers. But I think this will show up a little easier with what we're trying to get out of this honeycomb. Okay, so like that. Whoops. Yeah, you'll see that a lot of it is not lining up, but that's okay. It's handmade, homemade, and you see what my glue is doing? If I went ahead and used that, it would be a disaster. Okay. Just need a little bit. Take your time, and I'll be back with all of them glued together. Okay, so I finished putting all my pieces together and squeezing where I put my glue last. So here is our honeycomb snowman. Super cute. It's a little difficult to open it, but first, don't be nervous like me. And that's what he's gonna look like. And now the hard part would be to get the strings in. So this one, I only place the string inside the ornament. So there's no string hanging down. But this time, I'm going to give it more than what it needs because I want some strings to hang down. Okay. And I'm going to use that as a place for me to add some beads. This is the time to think out if you want to add beads to your ornament or not. So when we go to put these two sides together, you see how it's coming open. There might be some pieces that want to stay stuck together and they shouldn't be. There we go. Just want to double check that they open up, because then it might rip if you try and force it. And now's the time to go ahead and get those pieces opened up, just like that. Okay, and then this one up on the top. So for this one, we're going to have to attach, I think I might need a few more pieces. Oh boy. Just to keep these sides connected. This one's a little more complicated. Ooh, bad choice of shape. You know, us crafters, we're so ambitious. So ambitious. Look at this snowman though. Oh, do you blame me? Ilene for being so ambitious. Just make sure my hat opens. Same like that. Like the rest without ripping it. So how I do that, I'm gonna have to hold it. Let me see. Yeah. Okay, so I pulled out the embroidery floss and I added some beads from my stash. So for this one, you guys just have to be sure that when you're using certain beads, some of the holes are really big and you want to make sure the knot doesn't go through. So anyway, that's what I did. I added 3 little beads on here. I just have my little ornament hanger right there. And this one, I added 4 more snowmen. So 4 more 2x2 squares and cut them into snowmen. And now I'm going to add this. Before I close it up, I have to glue the the embroidery floss to the center of our snowman. So what I'm going to do is just add some glue here and lay the string in the middle all the way to however high you want your embroidery floss. And then we're going to add the glue. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys could see that. So now I have the string laid up in the middle between all the snowmen, and I'm going to add my glue to the open sides now. I just have to add it to one side because I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to have to hold these pieces together. Somehow make the edges touch without breaking all the hard work that we just put into this thing. It's so the simpler the shape you use, the easier it will be to close it up. And you want to make sure it's lined up because I didn't do that. And now you just got to make sure these stay closed. It looks a little terrible right now, but it's okay once we get it all glued up. There you go. And we can just readjust all these pieces just like that. And that's also why I wanted to use paper, because it's a little bit easier to manipulate. And our embroidery floss is there. We have a little hanging piece here, and I left the bottom open so we can what's this called? Let me just pull this around just a little bit. Make sure it's evenly opened all the way around. And then I'm going to add more glue on the bottom just to keep this all together. I didn't want to use hot glue for this project because you don't want it to be all bulky and stuff. So I have one more bead that I wanted to add, and that is the little wooden bead that has the words on it. I hauled this from Amazon, and I mean, you could add whatever you want. You can even add a jingle bell, which is probably a good idea. We could do that. And this ornament will be finished once I tie him up. The last thing I will do is add a tassel under here, right up under this bead, once I get it made. I have not made one. So let's do that. We could do that real quick. All right, cut a piece. Where is my go-to scissors? These bad boys. I love it. Okay, so there is my honeycomb ornament. I'm gonna make a quick little tassel here. Really, really easy. Oh, gosh. All the glue. So join us again next Saturday on December 11th. We're all going to be posting our ornament in DIY or project share, or however the ladies want to share their project. So I'm just wrapping some of this embroidery floss around 3 fingers, and then I'm going to cut it off. Okay, move that out of the way, and we're going to use our floss on the ornament. Okay, tie this up in the middle. Really simple tassel, super easy. Tie this one more time. I'm just passing it through underneath. Tie it inside, just like that. Passing it through again, and tie one more knot, and whoops, and leave it just like that. Now I'm going to use our string that we cut. We're going to tie up our little piece right here. You can use whatever whatever string that you want to use for your tassels. I'm just using what I have, what's right in front of me, and that's my embroidery floss. Trim that up a little bit, and I'm going to take my, I always like to make it hard on myself. For some reason, I just do. Oh my goodness. I thought I saw some kind of knot that you could use for making tassels on Instagram. So I just made a little loop. Take one of the other ends and wrap it around my tassel. Just like that. And then I'm going to feed it through this loop. Hopefully this works. Ooh. And go right through there, and then I'm going to pull the other end, and then it's supposed to secure it. We'll see. Just like that. Hopefully. I don't know. Doesn't seem secure enough to me. Okay. It's a lot of knotting, I mean. All right, so that is it for this tassel. I'm gonna find a bow, a little red bow, to finish this up. And that's what it looks like. There's my snowman. I have my little beads. Might as well use what I got in my stash. Look at that cute little honeycomb. And then we have our bead on the bottom with our tassel. Find a bow, red bow, to match it up. And that'll be it for this ornament. I hope you guys give it a try. It's very easy. I don't have patterns. I'm just making up these pieces as I go. And you could do the same. Like I said, you could also use a circle, just a plain circle. Use construction paper, colorful construction paper. I chose white paper. This is going to look great in my Christmas tree. But yeah, if you do, please tag us. Please follow the hashtag Puchy's Ornament Hop 2021 on Instagram. You could also type it in here on YouTube, and some of the ladies' videos should show up as far as using the hashtag. That's if they add it to their if they add it to their description. So this is it. Just yeah, I hope you like what I've made, and yeah, if you make one, please give me a shout out. Show some crafty love to the other crafters. Go over to their channels and check out what they're creating. I'm pretty sure it's going to be amazing because all of the ladies in this group are amazing. So check it out, guys. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video next Saturday, December 11th. Bye.